And then every time I see one, I'm just going to go. I'm still here.
to the 50-yard line on the visitor side of the field for the presentation of the 2025 Pine Tree High School Homecoming Court. On behalf of Pine Tree High School leadership, we welcome you to this evening's homecoming court presentation. The following students were nominated by their club or sports team and were voted on by their grade level peers to represent their class as 2025 Homecoming Duke and Duchess of Pine Tree High School. Freshman Duke and Duchess, Giovanni Gutierrez and Cassandra Rodriguez. Giovanni is the son of Maria Gonzalez and Roberto Gutierrez. He is a member of the Pride Marching Band, where he was named Member of the Week. He is also a member of the soccer team, and after high school, Giovanni plans to attend Texas State Technical School to pursue a career as an auto body technician. Cassandra is the daughter of Martika Ayanil and Candelario Rodriguez. She is a member of the Precision Drill Team and Student Council. Cassandra plans to pursue nursing to become an ultrasound technician after high school. Sophomore Duke and Duchess, Devin Lister and Zamoria Smith. Devin is the son of Victoria and Garrett Lister. He is a member of the football and basketball teams. Devin was also named last year as a freshman Duke. After high school, Devin would like to attend Stephen F. Austin State University and pursue a career in the medical field. Zamoria is the daughter of Jaleesa Robinson and Tremaine Slade. She is a member of the volleyball and softball teams and earned the 2024 Heart of a Champion Award for volleyball and the 2025 Newcomer Player of the Year Award and District Honorable Mention for softball. After high school, she plans to attend Texas A&M University to pursue a career in real estate. The junior Duke and Duchess, Aiden and Aubrey Arce. Aiden is the son of Ron and Rita. He is a member of the National Honor Society, Skills USA, and Student Council. He is a Precision Drill Team member and is the second male to ever be on the team. Aiden also serves as junior secretary and leadership and is a junior class representative. Aiden plans to attend Kimball College and later Stephen F. Austin, pursuing a career in consulting and mentoring. Aubrey is the daughter of Tony and Eric Kirkus. She's involved in softball, PALS, GECA, POSA, and the National Honor Society. Aubrey plans to attend Texas Tech or UT Tyler to become a nurse practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your homecoming Dukes and Duchesses for 2025. And now for our senior homecoming King and Queen nominees. The senior team nominees are Julian Ibarra. Julian is the son of Maria and Jose Ibarra. He is a member of DECA, serves as varsity soccer captain, kicker for the varsity football team, and is a member of the tennis team. He is a DECA state qualifier, a National Honor Society member, an all-region honorable mention in soccer, and was awarded District Utility Player of the Year for soccer. Julian plans to continue his education at UT Tyler as a student athlete while pursuing a degree in business and finance. Alex is the son of Alex Alon. Alex is the son of Jennifer Lewis and Ethan Law. He is a member of the football team on which he serves as captain and is on the powerlifting team. Alex is also a member of the National Honor Society, New Beginnings Youth Group, and PALS. He plans to attend Tyler Junior College or UT Tyler to pursue a career in the fitness industry or become a strength and conditioning coach. Dylan Mazzano. Dylan is and Alan Mazzano. He is a member of the URL Social Studies, and a six-year member of Stanford O'Quinn. Stanford is the son of Roland Russell and Stanford O'Quinn Sr. He is president of DECA and Leadership, co-president of Interact Club and Ducks, captain of URL Accounting and Journalism, and a member of the Texas Bank and Trust, the student board of directors. He is also an AP Scholar with Honors and the College Board nationally recognized African American student. Stanford plans to attend New York University to study accounting and pursue a career as a hedge fund manager. Tristan Peter. is the son of Talia and Victor Kane, the Pirate football team, and the Health Science Practicum program. Tristan plans to attend Louisiana State University to become a certified registered nurse anesthesiologist.
Let me see your phone real quick. Let me see what I just did.
The senior queen nominees are Mariah Bologna. Mariah is the daughter of Rosa Perez and Victor Bologna. She is active in Z-Play, CCMA, and the Precision Drill Team. She is a 2025 state qualifier in powerlifting. Mariah plans to attend Baylor University or Tyler Junior College to study sonography to pursue a career in the medical field. Jasmine Bird. Jasmine is the daughter of Sheila and Miss Bird. She is a member of the softball and powerlifting teams and a varsity cheerleader serving as captain. Jasmine is also a member of the National Honor Society, and class representative. Her honors include being a Vice Mayor and welcoming to the National Honor Society as a freshman, softball all-district academic award, and the first team outfielder award. She has a fourth place in regional medalist for powerlifting, and after high school she plans to attend Texas A&M University and study business and marketing and hopes to start her own brokerage firm. Desiree Ellis. Desiree is the daughter of Amanda Lockett and John Ellis. She participates in volleyball, the National Honor Society, Z-Club, cheer, and PALS, and is chosen as junior homecoming coaches for 2024. Desiree plans to attend Texas State or Baylor University to study nursing.
I'm always going to be the second.
No, you were first.
Leah Neff.
See?
Leah is the daughter of Kelly and Martin Neff. She is a 4-year member of the Precision Drill Team, a member of PALS, serves as senior secretary in leadership, and is the 2025 Pine Tree High School Jamboree Texas representative. Leah plans to attend TJC and later transfer to Texas State to study law and pursue a career as a sports lawyer. Cameron Taylor. Cameron is the daughter of Taylor Williams. She serves as president of the Precision Drill Team, president of Varsity Express Choir, alto section leader, and a member of PALS. Cameron plans to attend college to pursue a degree in child and family services or early childhood education to help children and families. The homecoming senior team twin nominees were nominated by their club or sports team and voted to the court by their senior class. The candidates were then voted upon by the high school student body to determine this year's king and queen. Pine Tree High School leadership would like to thank this year's homecoming sponsor, JB's Air Conditioning, for donating the crowns, sashes, and homecoming dance decorations. Thank you to the Pine Tree Floral Design students for the beautiful flowers and boutonnieres, and thank you to the Bucks, Precision, and Color Guard for helping with our presentation tonight. Here to present the crowns are Pine Tree's 2024 homecoming king and queen, Alicia Horton and Josiah Washington. The young man who will receive the crown and represent Pine Tree High School as the homecoming king for 2025 is Alex Lauren. Tree High School homecoming king and queen for 2025, Alex Lara and Jasmine Bird. On behalf of Pine Tree High School leadership, we would like to congratulate all members of the court, and we wish everyone a happy homecoming. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Pine Tree Independent School District is honored to recognize two of its graduates, Hunter Scoot from the class of 2009 and Catherine Taylor from the class of 1980 as the distinguished alumni for 2025. Presenting the awards tonight at the 50-yard line is Carol Pope, Pine Tree Education Foundation Board President. Dr. Hunter Scoot earned his biomedical engineering degree and medical degree from Pennsylvania University. He then completed a 5-year residency in otolaryngology, head and neck surgery at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, training both adult and pediatric care. His research focused on head and neck surgery, airway management, and dysphagia. After completing his training, he returned to Longview to establish a practice at East Texas Ear, Nose, and Throat Clinic, where he provides advanced care for both adults and children. Known for his kindness and humility, he has earned the respect of colleagues and patients while bringing advanced ENT care to the community. Dr. Scoot reflects the values of hard work, respect, and service. His wife, Emily, is a pediatric physician, and together they are raising their 2 children here in Longview. Catherine Taylor is a Stephen F. Austin University graduate and earned her master's in biology from Western Kentucky University. Kathy is an accomplished certified clinical research professional with over 20 years of experience leading teams in oncology and cardiovascular research. She has extensive expertise in clinical trial management, program development, budgeting, regulatory compliance, and team leadership. Kathy is recognized for her ability to build strong, collaborative teams, mentor and train staff, and foster partnerships with physicians, sponsors, and hospital leadership. With a track record of streamlining operations and guiding complex clinical trials, Kathy is dedicated to advancing research while cultivating a culture of respect, teamwork, and continuous improvement. Kathy has successfully expanded research programs, built strong physician and industry partnerships, and led high-performing teams at Vanderbilt University Medical Center and St. Thomas Health. Please help us congratulate Dr. Hunter Scoot and Kathy Taylor as our distinguished alumni of 2025.
That depends on which kind of call. Just like go up there. You're not like going to go in any of the like actual rooms. It's like in the lobby area.
Oh yeah, as long as you don't do any functional behavior.
Right.
Just don't go into like any of the rooms.
Yeah. And just like
I'm not trying to get in trouble because I'm not.
hey, if anyone asks, just say you're different. But I can take it in.
Oh yeah. You can exist up there, just like don't do anything.
Attention Pine Tree parents, tonight we invite any student that is in kindergarten up through 6th grade to make their way down to the college counter on the field to be a part of our football field. Please chaperone your young student down to the scoreboard under the stands and the stairs leading to the field.
Put the camera towards it or try to just leave. Sound good with fellas?
Emma.
please stand for the playing of the Pine Tree High School alma mater.
Start moving the camera now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flagpoles at the north end of the stadium, where tonight we are honored to recognize a very special member of our Pine Tree family as our Hoist the Colors captain. To start the night, our Hoist the Colors captain will wave the Pine Tree flag, a symbol of everything we stand for here at Pine Tree ISD: pride, excellence, and tradition. Please join me in welcoming our Hoist the Colors captain for tonight, Scott Peters. Scott Peters and Peter Chevrolet have been proud supporters of Pine Tree Athletics and PTISD and represent the spirit, pride, and tradition that make Pine Tree so special. Scott is a Pine Tree graduate from the class of 1997, where he was voted most popular and played baseball. With him tonight are his two daughters, Emmeline from the class of 2028 and Margot of the class of 2030. Thank you, Peters family and Peters Chevrolet, for your continued support of Pine Tree ISD. We are grateful to have you all as pilots.
zoom in one of the cams for it, or just leave it be? All right, check. Cowboys.
Carrying the field across the way, the Carter High School Cowboys. Out for the toss for Dallas Carter, number 0, Landon Trailer, number 3, Damarian Boozer, number 4, Jaden Lacey, and number 11, Rashad Sanger, and for the Pirates, number 6, Roger Abigail, and number 9, Chris Nicholas.
Country wins the toss, defers to the second half. Dallas Carter will receive the opening kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we pause for a moment of silence and prayer, reflecting upon our country, our students, and the men and women who have served and are serving to help and protect us in our communities and around the world.
I'll put it back on the flag.
Thank you. Please remain standing for our national anthem performed tonight by the Pine Tree High School Choir under the direction of Danielle Warren.
Ahoy, hello, and welcome from Longview, Texas. The cars are pouring in and the fans are finding their way to the seats. Welcome to homecoming at Pirate Stadium. You're listening to the Verabank Pine Tree Live broadcast. I am Michael Clemens Jr., joined in the booth tonight, as always, by Coach Angel Rocha. Coach, both teams coming to the game 0-2. We're going to see the defense on the field first for the Pirates. What kind of energy do you see the Pirates coming out with tonight?
Definitely going to have to start fast. I mean, this is the Dallas Carter team that if you let them linger around or if you let them get hot, it's going to be really tough to stop them. So Pine Tree's going to have to come out with that hard-hitting defense that we know that they can play. It's been a staple of the team for years past. They're really going to have to come out with a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm to know that, hey, the losing stops tonight. No more losing, and it stops tonight.
Well, the defense has had a little bit of trouble to start the season, but it hasn't been all defensive woes. Even though it's been some high-scoring games from our opponents, special teams has also been a big issue. But there have been some bright spots on the offense and defensive side of the ball. Coach, what do you feel like are going to be some of those things you're going to be looking at tonight?
Definitely. You want to be able to see – you want to be able to see this team and be able to keep them in front of you. And, like you said, Mike, it hasn't all just been defense, offense, special teams. It's all been a team issue. I mean, when you average around 2 to 3 turnovers a game, you're putting your defense in a little bit of a bind. You're giving that other team, that other offense, more chances to score. And that's what's ended up happening.
And it's kickoff here at Pirate Stadium. And it's going to go through the hands of the Dallas Carter. That's a live ball. He cannot kneel that. That would be a safety. He's got to bring that out. Pirates are going to hem him up. They've got him down at the 8-yard line. So Pirates catching a break early on the opening kickoff of this ball game. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Verabank, Marketing with April, Longview Chamber of Commerce, Croft Photography, and East Texas Preferred Properties. Thank you for your support of Pirate football. It's Friday night, Longview, Texas. Homecoming here at Pirate Stadium. It's a good crowd. Thank you for joining us wherever you are at. We appreciate your support of the Verabank Pine Tree Live broadcast. And I will go ahead and get ahead of it. If you hear a constant hum, it's because we've got fans blowing on us. The AC is out tonight in the booth, so it's a little warm in here, but we got some fans on. So apologize for the constant hum if you hear that. But we're still going to bring you the football. It's Dallas Carter ball. And handoff to start the game. But coming from behind and getting the tackle is Aiden Smith. So Smith opens the game up with a good tackle, short gain on the play.
Yeah, Mike, and as we get a little bit of a break in the action, just wanted to go ahead and go over Coach's keys to the game. And as we see the Dallas Carter offense out here, the Pirates are really going to have to do a good job of containing Carter's QB. I mean, he's a dual-threat quarterback. We saw it a little bit last year. Also going to have to win the turnover battle. We kind of talked about that earlier. And then they're going to have to establish a new brand of PT football. It's enough of talking about last year. It's all about what you can do this year now.
Jaden Lacey, the quarterback for Dallas Carter, drops back the pass. And he hits his receiver, DeMonico Townsend. So Lacey, really known for his mobile threat, has not thrown the ball a lot to start this season. Right there, opening drive, throws for a first down. So at the 19-yard line. We've got some movement up front. We'll see which direction they go with this. Looked like the right guard, 58, moved first. Thomas Jones. And they're going to put it in reverse and back it up.
Yeah, Mike, and this is where Pine Tree needs to be able to capitalize. You have the Dallas Carter offense pinned deep. They're in the shadow of their own field goal and the shadow of their own end zone. And being able to keep them here, keep them in front of you, very run heavy, but they'll go spread, and they'll go spread really to run it, Mike. You talked about the quarterback's presence.
Lacey hands it off. Picking up a short gain on the play is his running back, Demarion Boozer. Boozer averaging almost 130 yards a game this season. Dallas Carter Cowboys opened up their season against Van 2 weeks ago on the road in Van. Oh, and there's a big hit. And laying the hat right there is number 5, Jatavian Sonia. A big hit by the linebacker right there. Good play by the Pirates. And, Coach, you asked them to step up, and right there they did. Now it's 3rd and long.
And that's exactly what the Pirate defense needs, is a new identity and a hard-hitting identity in that. And Sonia coming around the edge right there, that offensive tackle had no help and no way to stop him. And, man, he laid a hit on the quarterback.
Coach, they may have to put the kids to bed early tonight if there's going to be hits like that this early in the ball game. 3rd down and long. Looking left, Lacey rolling. Flag on the play in the backfield in the area of holding. Pirates trying to bring Lacey down. You can see he's got some wheels. And finally bringing him to a stop. There's Rashad Wofford. We'll see if this one's going to be coming back. It would be most likely half the distance to the goal. If it's a holding penalty, we'll see. Coach, this could be a big call if it's holding. Did he pick up the first, or is he short of the first?
I think he picked it up. I mean, he's right on the line if he didn't. Yep, and it's going to be holding against Dallas Carter. So
yeah, I think he's just short of it. He's about 2-3 yards short. Watching this replay. Yeah, he's about 2 yards short, but it looks like Coach Bachman, that's always a tricky decision because, you know, do you give him a 4th and 2, 4th and 3, or do you push him back and give him another opportunity?
At this point, you do what exactly Coach Bachman did. You take the penalty, push him back even farther, see if he can do it again, and look for the linebackers to start spying the QB. They're going to have to keep a guy on the QB at all times.
3rd down and 23. Pirates are bringing pressure. Lacey dumps it off underneath. And right there to make the tackle are the Pirates, Jaden Servia. So Pirates get a stop on this opening drive for the Cowboys. So good energy from the Pirates to start.
Yeah, and exactly what you want. I mean, I know it's not really a 3-and-out, but a 3-and-out per se. I mean, they had them backed up, let them get a 1st down, and then just capitalize on the mistakes of Dallas Carter. I mean, and that's what a little bit of what we saw last year in this game, Mike, when Dallas Carter made mistakes, the Pirates were real quick to capitalize on them. So good job by the Pirates.
Ashton Valentine back to receive the punt. We'll see if he gets an opportunity. It's bouncing, takes about 20 yards worth of Dallas Carter bounces to the 42-yard line. Up the Pirates. And that's where we'll see the offense come on to the field.
Really excited about seeing the offense. Colton Croft getting his legs up under him as we take a look at the starting offensive lineup. Colton Croft, Roger Adaway, Rashad Wofford, Boston Johnson, some of the names that we've been accustomed to saying these last 3 weeks as Coach Bachman comes out, opens up in shotgun.
Croft hands off to Adaway.
There's another flag, Mike.
We've got a Shade Tree Minerals flag on the play. Thank you for your support of the Verabank Pine Tree Live broadcast. Philip Sean, Shade Tree Minerals. Thank you for your support. Second down and 10, 7:45 to go first quarter. Croft, left side, connects. Trying to make a move is Wofford. And he'll be at the line to gain about a yard short. So it'll be 3rd down and 1.
Still a good play. Now as we get ready to look to see what they do in the 3rd down play, let's take a look at tonight's impact players. When we're talking about impact players, you can't go very far, especially this past week, without saying Tabor and Homer. Jaden Servia, another impact player, and Ashton Valentine. He still hasn't had that breakout game he had last year, but he's primed to do that here today.
Servia, a name we've already been calling, Coach. Adaway trying to pick up a yard, and he's not going to do it. He's actually going to go down. It's going to be a loss of 2. So the Pirates not able to get a push. Looks like they just went right by the defensive line of Dallas Carter as they got into the backfield early, and the punt team will come onto the field for the Pirates.
Yeah, and look for Dallas Carter to do a lot of that. I mean, they have some big guys up front, and then the linebacker loves to blitz. I don't know if it's called or if he just reads something and goes, but he mucks up the middle of that defense.
So a low snap caught on a bounce, but well done.
That's a good job on Martin
Medrano. Good job to stay poised. Deep snapping has been an issue, Coach.
It has a little bit, but best believe that the coaches are constantly working on it. They drill it to death. I know when I was still on the staff, it was a thing of a lot of practice. I mean, and so it'll be something that, you know, they practice and they get perfected out, you know, before we get into district, hopefully.
Is Martin one of your soccer guys?
Yes, he was
Okay.
a all-district defensive player for us last year.
Well, you may lose him to the baseball team if he keeps getting one-hoppers like that. As a running back for Dallas Carter goes out of bounds. Running the bar was Jaden Lacey. So Cowboys second down, 3. So they made the trip last year. We got to make the trip up to Dallas Carter. Had a beautiful view of the skyline. Coach, the cars are still pouring in here, and the stands are pretty full. This is a great crowd for the Pirates tonight. Not so much the Dallas Carter Cowboys. A little light on the visitor side tonight, but hopefully maybe they're joining us here on the Verabank Pine Tree Live broadcast. As Carter moves the ball right there, is Demarion Boozer into Pirate territory. Big gain on the play. So gain of 32 yards. That'll be first down, Carter.
And that was Sonia that ended up putting a stop to that. But we've seen Boozer, especially in these last couple of games. I mean, he is not one to go down with the first hit. He is all about the yak when it comes to running the ball, and that's yards after contact. He's a really big guy to be able to bring down just with one guy in one hit.
Lacey keeps. Right side makes a move. But on his trail is Aiden Smith. Aiden Smith sticking with the quarterback. That's the second time he's brought him down from behind.
Yeah, just a hair slow on the read. Kind of took a jab step with the counter. Running back going across the face of the quarterback, and then just a step behind him as he ended up picking up about 5 yards on that.
Second down 5. Lacey going to there. Hits his running back, but running back misses.
Yeah, he
Pass
saw
intended
Dalen
for
Montgomery.
Boozer.
He saw Dalen Montgomery in his peripherals and said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna catch this one." I saw what this guy did to one of the Gilmer guys. That big hit that we saw on the sideline a couple of weeks back.
Coach, this 4-down territory for Carter?
Definitely. I mean, especially with how you can scheme up the Pirate defense from here, especially with a mobile quarterback like Dallas Carter has.
Lacey hands off Boozer. Boozer fighting his way for the first down. It's a warm evening, 85 degrees. Should drop into the upper 70s as the game progresses on tonight. Clear skies, no breeze at all. It is just straight humidity. So if you're watching from afar and you went to Pine Tree, it is the classic Texas September humid night. Now, Coach, we kind of got teased because it was cool the very first week of football season.
Yeah, and I was ready for that kind of weather. I really thought we were going to be playing some real fall ball, and yet we still got that two-a-day weather right now.
Yeah, I think they call it faux fall.
Yeah, well, I'm not happy with it.
I hear the more pumpkin spice cookies you eat, the quicker fall gets here, Coach.
I'll make sure to put that in the Keurig this week.
It's 3rd down and 5. 4:31 to go first quarter. I already mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. If you hear like a constant hum here in the booth this evening, it's just we've got fans all around us, hitting us from all angles. The air conditioner is out on our side of the press box. Beautiful press box here at Pine Tree, though. And thank you to the culinary students for the fine food we get to enjoy this evening. 3rd down, 5, 4:31, handoff, Boozer. He's going to be taken down about a yard short. We'll see where they mark it. And it's going to be marked in the favor of the Pirates. It'll be 4th and short.
Yeah, and zero movement on the sideline of Dallas Carter. So kind of like you said, Mike, 4-down territory. They're in a pistol formation right now, so look for Boozer to get this straight dive right up the middle of the defensive line.
Boozer up the middle. He's got the first. Lonnie Brown trying to get him down. Now it's Coach Boozer's running hard. There's just nothing else to say.
Yeah, it definitely is. And the Pirates are going to have to figure out a way to combat that if they're going to plan to get their first win tonight.
We're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, it will be 1st and goal, Carter Cowboys.
Juicy's Taco. Fresh food fast.
Welcome back to Pirate Stadium. It's homecoming. The Carter Cowboys have the ball on the 4-yard line of the Pirates. Boozer, the running back for Carter, has had some healthy runs so far this evening. He came into this game averaging almost 130 yards a game, so they love to run the ball. They've had over 300 yards rushing in their first 2 games this season.
It'll be interesting to see how Pine Tree adapts to this. Talking to Coach Rockwell throughout the week, he said anytime they're in pistol formation, it's a 100% run. Either they're giving it to the running back or they're gonna pull it with the quarterback, but it's a 100% run. So look to see if Pine Tree picks up on that and has a special check.
Lacey into the end zone on the quarterback bootleg. That'll be a PDQ America touchdown for the Carter Cowboys.
And it's just a good play, and just a good type of play. I think the Pirates were there with the spy off of the edge, but you get him in space one-on-one. He made a good move, and he's into the end zone. I mean, he didn't have that far to go, and so he ended up capitalizing on that.
Yeah, we are going to take another break. When we come back, it'll be extra point. We are back at Pirate Stadium where the Carter Cowboys have just went up 6-0 on a quarterback bootleg. by Jaden Lacey. And the extra point's blocked. Pirates trying to get to the ball. They're not able to do it. But great job by the special teams unit. And that was an area that had to have some improvement this week. And getting it are the Pirates.
And that's a good job. Every point counts, and we've seen that week in, week out, especially in this season, as Anthony Anderson went in for the block. And I think they've been there real close to it, and so it's really good to see Pine Tree come up with a block, and that's exactly what you need to happen, especially after a drive like that from the Dallas Carter Cowboys. You definitely want to be able to build on something that will get the juices flowing back for the Pine Tree Pirates.
So good job by the Pirates. 6-0 is your score early in this ball game. 2:52 to go in the first quarter. And Valentine has the kick. He's got a hole. He's got a seam. See if he can make a move. He does. Across the 50, out to the 40. He is getting deeper into Carter territory, and he'll be finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Heck of a return right there by Ashton Valentine. And, Coach, you were asking for a breakout play from that young man, and right there the Pirates got one.
And I think he had a little bit of a breakout play last year against this team. I think it was on an interception, though. And so very good to see Ashton Valentine coming through and making an impact right there. Very happy for that young man. He's been working very hard in the offseason. Coach Rockwell is very high on him. So very good to see that, and also good to see the Pine Tree Pine Tree special teams capitalizing on one play after another.
56-yard return by Valentine. It's first down and 10. Pirates at the Carter 30. Croft, pass. And that one is caught. And pass was caught by Desmond Williams.
As we take a look at tonight's offensive starting lineup, Alex Lara, the center for Pine Tree, ended up getting homecoming king tonight. Congratulations to him.
First down and 10 at the Carter 17. Croft handoff. And running the ball there was Jacarius Timmons. So Jacarius Timmons, a name we have not announced too many times here on the broadcast, running the ball right there. He's a junior running back and safety. For his second down.
We announced him a little bit towards the end of last year. I think he came out in a little bit in the Palestine game, and then had a little bit of play in the game versus Bridge City.
Second down and 8. Croft with two receivers to his left. Going to the air. It's Valentine at the 5-yard line, but incomplete. Coverage that time applied by Joshua Parker. It'll be third down.
It'll be interesting to see how Dallas keeps playing Pine Tree, especially as the game progresses. Right there, they were manned up across the board. You could see as the motioning receiver came across, he had an outside linebacker / safety kind of go with him, and so they're pressing up man, and they're saying we're going to beat you inside the box. You're not going to be able to run it. You're going to have to pass it.
Third down and 8. Pirates looking to get on the board for this homecoming crowd. Croft going to the end zone and bringing it down for the touchdown. That's number 14. Number 14 for the Pirate, Boston Johnson. So Boston Johnson with the touchdown. Connection from Croft right there. for the 15-yard touchdown on 3rd down and 8. So Pirates with a quick answer for the Dallas Carter Cowboys touchdown. We're knotted up with 6 with an extra point on its way. On to kick the extra point for the Pirates is Julian Ibarra. Ibarra's kick is up, and it is good. So Pirates 7 and Carter Cowboys 6. We're going to take a break. Pirates in the lead, homecoming.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Welcome back to Pirate Stadium, where the score is 7-6 after the Colton Croft to Boston Johnson 15-yard touchdown pass. It's homecoming this evening. Cars still coming in. A good crowd, beautiful night. It is the perfect formula for football. 7-6, Pirates on top. 1:25 to go, first quarter. Ibarra kicks off. We'll have a return this time from Carter. They do have some speed. And a great return right there for the Carter Cowboys. That was number 18. He brings it out. Big return. Anthony Curry, the senior. So he has it deep into Pirate territory. So, Coach, both special teams units showing out early today.
Yeah, and it would be interesting to see who goes first to, pooch kicking it and just saying, hey, we'll let you start on the 30, but we're not going to let you return it, because both teams have shown that if you give them a lane, they're very likely to take it all the way back. Luckily right there, Boston Johnson with a great tackle to keep the touchdown from happening, as he gives the Pirates a chance on defense right here.
So on the first play of this drive, Carter with a strong run to open. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Definitely going to be getting a heavy dose of Boozer. We know that this Dallas Carter offense is a very heavy run. Haven't seen a whole lot of passes. If you do see a pass, it'll probably be a bubble screen or a tunnel screen out to the side. So keep an eye out for that.
And there's the bubble screen right on cue. That's caught by Caden Morrison. Caden picks up the first down, and he enters the Forrest Williams Edward Jones red zone. So 1st down and 10.
And it's definitely very interesting to see Coach Blanco adapt to this, because I don't think that Lacey has really been the quarterback of record for the Carter offense. It has been Montravian Smith, but now it looks to be Lacey, and he's been doing a good job.
So we'll get to see one more play at least in this first quarter. 3-second difference between the play clock and the game clock. Lacey hits his receiver and heading to the end zone. And getting in for the PDQ America touchdown is Charles Anderson, junior wide receiver for Carter. So Lacey hits his receiver Anderson on 3rd down, takes it into the end zone with 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Offensive coordinator for Carter basically saw it work on one side and said, all right, I'll just flip the formation. We'll run it to the other side. It's basically the same exact play. This time it goes in for a touchdown.
So after the extra point was blocked on the previous touchdown, and there's some movement. The extra point was blocked on after the previous touchdown by the Carter Cowboys, so they're going to go for 2. But offsides, So false start on Carter will drop them back. We'll see if that changes their mind on what they want to do.
Be on the lookout to see what kind of formation they come in. 13 is another wide receiver. It'll be interesting to see if they go empty and try to see if Lacey can just make something happen on his own. And you see Boozer split out to
Yeah, maybe
the
surprised
left.
if they don't call a timeout. There's only 5 seconds remaining. 2-1. So they got the play off. Lacey rolls out right side, and he's going to throw it into the end zone. And right there, good coverage by the Pirates, and breaking it up is Ryland Johnson. So after 2 touchdowns, the Pirate special teams hold strong. They block the extra point after the first touchdown, and right there hold them off on the 2-point conversion. So 12-7 is your score with 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Ahoy and welcome back to Longview, Texas. The Carter Cowboys just scored their second touchdown of the evening. Lacey to Anderson on the short pass for the touchdown. The Pirates defense, though, held strong on the extra point. So the score is 12-7. Valentine with a really nice return on the previous drive. Valentine's searching for something. He tries to work his way back across field and he'll be taken down at the 16-yard line. So a whole lot of running, but only a short gain on that kickoff return.
And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter, Mike.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it will be the start of the second quarter and Pirate football.
Juicy's Taco. Fresh food fast.
Welcome back. It's the second quarter on homecoming here at Pirate Stadium, where your Pirates are down by 5, 12-7 to start this second quarter. The Carter Cowboys scored 2 touchdowns in that opening quarter, but failed on both extra point attempts. They had a field goal attempt blocked, and then they went for 2 after the second touchdown, and the Pirate defense held strong in the end zone to hold off a pass. In between those 2 touchdowns, Colton Croft threw a touchdown pass to Boston Johnson on the previous drive. And right there, Ashton Valentine asking, you shall receive. Big play from big names. Croft to Valentine for a quick gain right there of 28 yards. So big play from the Pirates to open this drive and this quarter.
Croft is licking his chops right now. If they're going to give him man-to-man on the edge, he's going to take him right there. What a beautiful play fake right there in the pocket of the running back. Got it up and just knew exactly how to zoom it in right there. That's a great play from Colton Croft.
I formation, first down and 10. Flags on the field. So Shade Tree Mineral flag on this play. We'll see most likely false start. And that's going to drop the Pirates back 5 yards.
Don't really want to see that too much from the Pirates. I think so far already 3 flags for the Pirates. Of course, Carter right there with them with 4. Hasn't been a very clean game. And the one that can capitalize the best on it will probably be the one that ends up as the victor.
Pirates doing a good job tonight, being able to move the ball. They're holding on to it, making good decisions when they have it. And a nice run by the Pirates. That was Jacarius Timmons moving the chains. So Pirates move into Carter territory at the 40-yard line.
Love what Coach Bachman is doing. He's going in and out of gun formation, I formation, telling them, hey, if you're going to go man-to-man, then we're going to throw it. If you're going to stack if you're going to pull a man out of the box, then we're going to run it. And so he's just keeping the defensive coordinator from Carter on his toes.
Croft hands it off to Timmons. Timmons looking for a hole, but caught up in the backfield. Be a short loss on the play.
And that'll be the equalizer for Carter on defense. They'll just say, you know what, enough with playing games. We can play some too, and they'll just blitz the A and B gaps of the Pirate offensive line and see if they can pick them up on the run.
Second down, 11. 10-10 to go. Second quarter, Croft. With Boston Johnson at the bottom of your screen. He caught the touchdown pass earlier in the game. Croft, though, looking left side. Right there out of the backfield. He hits his receiver. That's Bryce Bratton, the sophomore. Fullback, nice gain on the play. It'll be a manageable third down.
And I think last week we saw Bratton and a couple of other players for Pine Tree, Chris Nichols, try to get that fullback out of the backfield play. They didn't capitalize quite well on it, but kind of like what we said last week, Mike, it's just everything is building to a point, getting ready for district.
Third down, 3. Pirates holding the ball a little bit on this drive. Croft should pick up the first down. They do. Staley Montgomery moves the ball down to the 15-yard line. Nice gain of 18 yards on that play. So some big chunks for the Pirates on this drive. Has them in business. They move into the Edward Jones red zone. First down and 10.
Very positive sign from the Pirates, and what's even more positive is you're seeing a lot of guys be able to contribute to what's happening on the field, whether it be on special teams, defense, offense. Aiden Smith, Dalen Montgomery, Ashton Valentine, Boston Johnson. You're saying the same names throughout the game, no matter where the ball is and who has possession.
First down and 10. Handoff, but met quickly is Attaway. Second down, 12. Attaway came into this game with 258 yards rushing on the season. Croft came in with 292 yards passing. So Attaway, he had a really nice game against Gilmer, and they were able to establish him for a few big runs last week against Van, but we have not seen him pop so far this week. I think it's only a matter of time. Croft goes back to the air, and he's going to hit his receiver for the second time tonight, taking it into the end zone for a PDQ America PTTD Pine Tree touchdown. It's Boston Johnson. Pirates take the lead 13-12.
Coach Bachman said, I'll see your repeated play, and I'll do you one better. I'll do the same thing. It's the same kind of play down here with Ashton Valentine. He just did it with Boston Johnson. Same thing. Play action fake, raise up, Boston wins inside. You're going to take that every single time. Great job by Boston Johnson, but man, what a great job by Colton Croft. He's going to have a big night tonight.
Croft lighting it up so far. Ibarra on for the extra point. And it's in. It's good. Pirates up 14-12. After that 4-minute and 15-second drive, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more football. 97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit texassemitrailers.com. (14-12) is your score at Pirate Stadium, where Colton Croft just hit Boston Johnson for a 17-yard touchdown pass. That's the second time tonight that pair has connected. And your Pirates are up 14-12, homecoming here in Longview. Great crowd for a great school. And we will have a return here. Carter had a nice return on their previous drive. Pirates, though, able to get them stopped at the 27. That's where we'll see the Carter offense come back onto the field.
Yeah, and that was number 5, Jatavian Sagne, coming down. He is becoming a force to be reckoned with on the defensive side, but namely more on the special teams. Very great special teams player. I mean, kind of reminds me of those guys that, you know, will contribute what they can on the defense or the offense, but they really make their name for themselves on the special teams, kind of like a Matthew Slater for the Patriots.
So cool tonight for the Pirates to be playing the Dallas Carter Cowboys. This is the second consecutive season that the Pirates have squared off against the Cowboys. Carter, as you may know from Friday Night Lights, they also won the 1988 Texas State High School Football Championship. That year in 1988, they had a record of 14-0-1. They beat Converse Judson 31-14 for the UIL 5A title. That's back when 5A used to be the premier. There was no 6A in Texas at the time. It was only 5A, and there was really good football played at that level. A couple of notable names in that team was Jesse Armstead and then LaShawn Mason. But pretty cool, Carter here in Longview, Texas tonight. 14-12. Pirates on top, 2nd and 10 as we cross the 7-minute mark in the second quarter. Lacey dropping back the pass. He's going to be going deep, and he's got his receiver, but it's one of ours. That's an interception. Pirates on the move now. And stepping out of bounds right there is Wofford. So Wofford with his second interception of the season. Had one against Gilmer and right here against Carter. So Rashad Wofford, with 6:44 to go in the second quarter, gives the Pirates the ball back.
Looked like Lacey thought he was going to break to the outside and keep Wofford inside of him, and he actually broke to the inside. Wofford just stayed up and probably made the easiest interception of his career. And all the same, now Pine Tree can really turn up the heat and start to establish their dominance in the run game, as now they're not going to be so pressured to have to pass it.
So Pirates at the Carter 35-yard line, shotgun formation, handoff. That's Timmons. Timmons has it out. Nice gain of 6 yards on first down, 2nd and 4.
Bogman just wheeling and dealing right now, lining up in shotgun right there, making them have to come down and honor Timmons inside of the box. But Timmons with a good 6-yard, 7-yard gain. Very good play for the Pirates. And how about this offensive line? That is not a small defensive line that's squaring up against them. And when they bring those other linebackers, whether it be off the edge or through the middle, this offensive line has stepped up to the challenge to blocking them.
Coach, that's a good point you bring up, too. And they're a little bit undersized compared to what the offensive line was last year for the Pirates. It's a free play right here. And Boston Johnson is going to take it into the end zone for another PDQ America PT TD Pine Tree touchdown. So Carter jumped offsides, and Croft, with the veteran play, sees that he's got a free play, and Boston Johnson just streaked it down the sideline. He hits his receiver for a touchdown. Pirates up 20-12.
And that's just good coaching right there. Credit to the offensive staff for repping that. You don't get good at that if you don't rep it in practice. And that's a free play for there. Boston and Croft knew what needed to happen. And, man, what a great play and what a great throw for Colton Croft. He is really coming into his own tonight, as is the Pirate offense.
Navarro on for his third extra point of the night, and it's good. So Pirates, after the Wofford interception, turn it in to a third Boston Johnson touchdown on the evening. So Croft and Johnson lighten it up this evening. We're going to take a break.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Colton Croft to Boston Johnson, not one, not two, but three times. They got the turkey right now, Coach, and it's not even halftime or Thanksgiving. 5:58 to go in the second quarter, and your Pirates are up 21-12 on homecoming here at Pirate Stadium.
Turkey's good, but in soccer we call that a hat trick. And Boston Johnson with the hat trick of the night, and I don't think he's done yet.
Coach, it's fun to be able to see Croft throwing the ball a little bit tonight. We know he has the arm power. We got to see it against Bridge City, and right there, that could be a safety. They're going to say touchback. It looked like he touched it. Okay. That'll be a touchback for Carter. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line, and that's where their offense will come on the field. We'll see if they can answer. Last time Lacey threw an interception. Wofford. Rashad Wofford with the INT, his second interception of the year.
Tell you one guy that has really been making an impact on the defensive side is Aiden Smith. Right now they have him lined up as a tackle inside rusher.
First down, finding a hole and running hard. It's Boozer. 13 yards on the play.
Boozer right now introducing himself to quite a bit of the Pirate defense. He is not easy to go down. Pirates just have to keep on pelting him, though, and really just wrap up, be very disciplined when they get there.
Three-man front for the Pirates and a four-man front. Looked like three-man. They were playing really tight to tackles. Another big run by Boozer. It'll be second down and 2.
Yeah, and Boozer's not a guy that's really going to razzle-dazzle. He's not going to try to make a move. He's really just going to put his shoulders down and try to run over you and get as much as he can. He'll high-step as much as he can as well. So it'll be interesting to see how much he can carry the load for the Dallas Carter offense, as the quarterback has been really just privy to just handing the ball off.
And off again to Boozer. A good hit by Dalen Montgomery. Carter, though, moves into Pirate territory. It'll be first down and 10 at the 47.
And right now, if you're the Pirate defense, you're just looking at that clock and saying, can we get it back for our offense before time goes out and really make this a two-score swing right before the half, as the Pirates will be the ones to get the opening second half kickoff.
And almost bringing him down from behind. That looked like Sonia. Not able to get to the quarterback, though. The man, they are getting into the backfield quickly this evening. Coach, it does look like they're running a three-down front, or a three-man front.
Yeah, and it's interesting, and that might just be something for that Coach Blanco has seen, basically saying, look, you're 5 versus our 3. We're just going to close down the A and B gaps as much as we can, make our defensive line 2 gap players, and then we're going to put a myriad of defensive backs, linebackers to account for your really good quarterback and your really good running back. Watch the tunnel screen here. I don't think they had enough men on the line of scrimmage.
I think you're going to be right there. That handoff was to Antoine Nelson.
Oh, that's against the Pirates.
It's a penalty against the Pirates. On that second down play, Cowboys run for the first down, move the chains. .350 to go, second quarter. Both teams have all of their Texas semi-trailers timeouts remaining. It's been a clean game played so far up to this point. 21-12 is your score. Both teams with some offense. Only turnover of the game was a Wofford interception. Carter has ran the ball every play on this drive so far. And running the ball well. This Pirate defense so far, no answers for this rushing offense on this drive. They've been defending it well so far, but penalty there, so Shade Tree Minerals holding call. And that'll help the Pirates out.
It's really been the equalizer as far as the offense versus the defense, Carter versus Pine Tree, as we're speaking about. Because really and truly, any time that a Carter drive has stalled, it's been because of a couple of penalties here and there.
First down, 16. 3:20 to go, second quarter. Lacey's pass into the ground. Incomplete.
Now they're going to give it to him.
Okay. The catch was good. So, DeMonico Townsend with the reception. Chips away. It'll be back to the line of scrimmage before the holding call. Second down and 5.
Just a good read by the quarterback. I mean, really just saw the zone. Receiver settled in the gap, and he just hit him right there and then.
Another good run by Boozer.
Great play right there by Jaden Servia, one of the impact players that we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. And I'm really ready to see David Lively come into the fray as well. We haven't called his name out a whole lot, and he was the defensive lineman to watch for this Pirate defense.
So we're 15 seconds away from the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if Carter's going to run another play. Looks like they're trying to make a equipment adjustment on the offensive line. And Lacey going to his receiver on the sideline. Wofford saying incomplete. We still have not seen a sign. They are going to mark it as a reception. So that catch made by Charles Anderson. We'll have the Carter Cowboys at first and goal with 1:57. And the clock will stop, and we'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be Carter Cowboy football. First.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today. Only at Juicy's Taco.
We're back after the 2-minute timeout, new to Texas high school football this year. They do take a timeout. Bootleg Lacey looking at the end zone, and he's going to hit his receiver for a PDQ America touchdown. On the reception is Tatus Miller, the junior wide receiver. So Lacey to Miller, and that is Lacey's. I believe that's his third touchdown of the night as well. So both quarterbacks accounting for 3 of their team's touchdowns. Lacey, his first touchdown was a bootleg into the end zone, but then he hit his receiver Anderson on the second touchdown. And then right there, Miller. And the extra point is up and good. So first extra point that the Cowboys have converted this evening. 21-19 is the score. We'll just stick with you here after all those commercial breaks and the 2-minute timeouts and all that. So 1:51 to go. Coach, what do you think of this first half so far?
Yeah, on that last play, before we get to this first half, just what we call a tendency breaker. They lined up in pistol, and kind of like I told you at the beginning of the broadcast, talking to some of the coaches, specifically Coach Rockwell, he said it's pretty much 100% run when they get in pistol. Right there, they were in pistol, but, you know, a little bit of our own medicine. Colton Croft and Boston Johnson have been, you know, recipients of being very well on the whole, you know, play action pass right there on their own play action pass. Dallas Carter gave us a dose of our own medicine, faked it to the running back, and had a pretty easy throw and catch for the offense. And man, really and truly, this has been a very entertaining first half. I mean, if you're not a fan of defense, it's been one to be very entertained by, and you've had a little bit of everything: special teams plays, defensive plays with interceptions, long kickoff returns. So you're getting a little bit of everything in this game, but hopefully it is the Pirates that come out with a victory when it's all said and done.
Well, and hopefully the Pirates coach right here can take advantage. That interception gave them a point advantage in this game. That's really the difference maker and why the Pirates are up, besides the 2 extra points that the Pirates are able to prevent Carter from scoring as they go with a short kick. We will have a return. Nice spin move. But the Pirates, 21-19 right now is your score. They deferred. They won the coin toss, deferred to the second half, so they will be receiving the kick. So this is a really good opportunity for bookend scores here to maintain the lead, maybe stretch it out here before halftime, and then come back and get another score, make this a sure enough 2-score game against a potent Dallas Carter offense. But Croft having his way right now. He's reading this secondary like the Sunday morning paper and doing it well. Boston Johnson, him connecting for 3 touchdowns so far this evening, and we still got another drive to go in this first half.
Yeah, let's see what the Dallas Carter defense does here. It looks like they are manned up, but they got safety help over on the single receiver side. So see what they do here.
Pirates go to the ground to start this drive. And that's Attaway getting out of bounds. Pickup of 6.
Could have been more. Chris Nichols is going to have to get to that second level block in order to spring his running back for a lot more yardage on that first play. Could have been a first down play. Instead, 2nd and 5.
1:38 to go. Croft hands off again. But bull rushing into the backfield for Carter was their agent 0, Landon Traylor. So Landon Traylor hooking the Pirates up with a loss right there. It'll be 3rd down and 9. And now we see Bachman talking to Croft, probably milk the clock a little bit here in the event you don't pick up the first. And Carter is going to pick up on that, and they're going to call a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. So that'll be our first Texas Semi-Trailers timeout this evening. Pirates still have 3 left. First charge to the Cowboys. With 1:09 to go, we'll take a short break.
It all starts somewhere. For us, that's fresh produce. sourced locally, unlike those other guys. Our tortillas are made daily, right down the road, right before we stuff them full of just cooked ground beef, beans, and chicken. And unlike those other guys, we fry our own taco shells. To help you top it off, our salsa and guacamole are made in-house, fresh, just for you. Not something you've come to expect from those other guys. So take it from a family that knows quality. Let us do the cooking, so you can spend your time.
3rd down, 9. Croft drops back to pass off his back foot, and he hits he hits Johnson again. So Johnson is right now eating Caden Morrison's lunch on this right side. So Johnson, big play right there. Pirates, 1:03 to go. 1st down and 10, move into Cowboy territory.
Yeah, Caden Morrison's probably wondering what he did to Boston Johnson and Colton Croft to be picked on like this, because it's been every time. Anytime that they need a big time play, it's been the Boston Johnson show over there. Hands on hips, and that's not a good body language right there.
And still not playing a safety or anybody over the top. Go back to the well right here. Johnson right side. Croft, though, lowing out to his left this time and looking into the flats. Good pass, good catch. Valentine. No, it was incomplete. Sorry. I thought Valentine came down with that. So incomplete. Just under 60 seconds to go.
A little bit of a miss right there from Colton Croft. I would have really liked to have seen him settle his feet and just really try to put it on Ashton Valentine instead of throwing it on the move. Right there, he had plenty of time. Could have been able to settle himself down a little bit, but nonetheless, a couple more yards here, and you'll be able to pick whatever you want to do. Go for the end zone or the field goal.
Cowboys still favoring their safety over to the right side. 3 wide receivers to the left for Croft. Johnson at the bottom of your screen. Croft was looking down that right side. Oh, no, he threw an interception. And on the pick right there is Dermonico Townsend. And that has been an issue for Croft so far this season. And right there throwing a pick. Pirates were rolling right there, too. 51 seconds to go. Carter still has 2 Texas semi-trailer timeouts remaining and an opportunity to put more points on the board here. Just a reminder, the Pirates do get the ball out of halftime, but an opportunity to go bookend scores. Not able to do it. Carter Cowboys with the ball.
And right there, Coach Bachman going to take a Texas semi-trailer timeout. Pirate defense was a little bit out of sorts and not wanting to give up a halftime lead before the half is over. That's good. That's a good decision by him.
So we'll just stick with you here on the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast. Stay tuned for the halftime show sponsored by Kilgore College. We'll have both band performances as well as some stats sponsored by Marketing with April. So stay tuned for the Kilgore College halftime show coming right up immediately following the final play of the second quarter. After the Croft interception, it's Dallas Carter ball, where Lacey, the quarterback for Carter, has thrown for 2 touchdowns. They were really getting it done on the ground all season long, but going to the air quite a bit tonight and having some success. Lacey looking at the middle of the field. Hits his receiver, and a nice gain on the play is Dermonico Townsend. So Townsend with the interception and coming back with a nice reception there to open this drive. 40 seconds and counting.
This plays into Dallas Carter's playbook. They're a call from the sideline kind of offense anyways, and call it from the field as they're already ready to snap it again.
1st down and 10. Low pass, incomplete. Looking for Townsend again.
I like the look that the Pirates are giving Lacey 3 high safeties almost in a prevent defense. Zones underneath.
2nd and 10, 25 seconds. As a Shade Tree Minerals flag comes onto the field for a false start.
And that's been the dagger for Dallas Carter. Oh, they're going to call it against Pine Tree. They're going to say that he made him jump. Wow.
Wow, that's after the Carter receiver, Cade Morrison, got on the ground and did push-ups.
Yeah, and then the offensive tackle was slamming his fist on the ground. A dead giveaway that, hey, he jumped first.
Well, 2nd down and 5. Carter going back to the air. And really a good attempt. Good effort by the receiver. But good coverage right there by the Pirates. That was Desmond Williams on the coverage.
And that's a little bit of that coaching from Coach Newsom, the new cornerbacks coach this year for the Pirates. Just leaned on the receiver and let him make the contact first and didn't get a PI call while doing it.
20 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter, 3rd down and 5. Lacey lofts it up with the rainbow. Nothing happening though. 4th down and 5, 15 seconds. I do not think we're going to see a field goal here. And you'd be looking at close to a 50-yard kick. So offense will stay on the field. With 15 seconds to go, it's 4th down and 5. They don't have to throw to the end zone. They still have 2 timeouts. So they can still look towards the middle of the field. They just need to pick up 5 yards. Low snap, though. Pirates getting into the backfield. That's Montgomery. But Lacey gets out of the backfield, and he's going to scramble for a 1st down. He'll have it into the Edward Jones red zone out at the 17-yard line with 5 seconds to go. So Pirates were in a really good position right there to shut them down and really just take this to halftime. But Montgomery not able to get to the quarterback, and Lacey scrambles back around to the right side, picks up the 1st down. So 5 seconds now to go in the 2nd quarter, and they are in field goal range. So Carter will send their field goal kicker, Bryce Bratton, the sophomore, onto the field. Pirates able to block a field goal earlier in this game, an extra point. Right now would be a really good time to do it again, and they're not able to. So Bratton's kick is up and good, and it will give the Cowboys a 22-21 lead going into halftime.
Yeah, and just a full comedy of errors for the Pirates on that. Snap was fumbled all the way back on the ground. Defensive line got a little bit too pass rush happy and, just got out of their lanes, and that spelled doom for the Pirates as they surrender what would have been a first half lead going into the locker room right now. So look for the Pirates to try to figure out where they went wrong on that last drive.
All right, so that is halftime. We have entered the Kilgore College halftime show. Stay tuned for both band performances, as well as Coach and I will be back on shortly before the 3rd quarter with some stats and some follow-up from this first half. So stay tuned for the Kilgore College halftime show. We'll be back with you in probably 25 to 27 minutes.
With these other guys. Juicy's Taco. Fresh food fast.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
There's on Kyle, you just cook.
We're gone for 6 minutes. What's up, y'all? We're gone for 6 minutes.
Social officers are President Cameron Taylor, Secretary Mr. Montes, Historian Bobby Murphy, and Chaplain Esmond Solano. Gangster of the Week is Emily Hickenberg, and Spirit Member of the Week is Elizabeth Harris. And now, for your halftime entertainment, please join us in celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Pine Tree Precision Drill Team, founded in 1985 under the vision of Karen Newman. Precision spent 4 decades showcasing talent, poise, dedication, and of course, precision. Tonight, the 40th line gives a special shout out to all Precision Gold members and directors in attendance. Thank you for your legacy. Because of you, this program continues to shine. hope you enjoy our performance of our 2025 show, Rise.
Check, check, check.
Directors of the Pride Marching Band are Mark Perry, Jason Smith, Aaron Handel, Colin Hill, Terrence Boyd, and Sidney Robinson.
How many of you have read a review before you went to eat at a restaurant or stayed at a hotel, right? You're looking at your listings. They start kind of seeing what's out there. educating themselves on your social media. Is your business fit their niche? You know, some people, but keep your business page as consumer based.
Juicy's Taco. Fresh food fast.
"97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
At Veribank, we celebrate businesses who are made in Texas. Whether you're ready to buy, grow, or improve cash flow, we have commercial banking experts that can get you the financing you need. If you want a community partner who's customer-focused, stop by your nearest Veribank.
Welcome to the booth. You are at the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast.
At Veribank, we celebrate businesses who are made in Texas. Whether you're ready to buy, grow, or improve cash flow, we have commercial banking experts that can get you the financing you need. If you want a community partner who's customer-focused, stop by your nearest Veribank.
Pirate Stadium, it's homecoming. Ahoy and welcome back to Pirate Stadium. All right, we're going to try this again. Ahoy and welcome back to Pirate Stadium. It's homecoming, and your Pirates are down by 1 point to the Dallas Carter Cowboys, 22-21. Thank you for tuning in to the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast. That was the Kilgore College halftime show. And, Coach, you got some marketing with April stats for us?
I do. In the first half, Dallas Carter with 14 first downs, Pine Tree with 7. And you can kind of see where each team kind of made their presence known either in the passing game or in the rushing game. Dallas Carter definitely had the edge with 22 rushes for 143 yards, whereas the Pirates only 9 rushes for 24 yards. But Pirates answered back in the passing yards as they had 167 yards to Dallas Carter's 95, which brings Dallas Carter's total yardage to 238 and Pine Tree's to 191. And that kind of has told us the story so far, Mike, when you're looking at where the score is and how the game has gone. And, that is not even to say with the interceptions, the long kickoff returns that we have had, those numbers still kind of pop off to you if you're an offensive follower of either one of these teams. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Boozer was 11 rushes for 93 yards, so he's getting real close to the century mark. And then Boston Johnson, 4 catches for 91 yards and 3 touchdowns. So, if you have Boston Johnson in your fantasy football team, you're looking pretty good.
Coach, I've got one play in my playbook the second half, and it's a go route, just a streak to Boston Johnson every play down the sideline. Here we go. Croft trying to hit his receiver. Valentine, incomplete. Boston Johnson was open on the underneath route, close to the first down marker, but goes to Valentine, incomplete. So second down and 10. We are underway in this second half.
You know, penalty yardage, we kind of talked about that as well from in the first half. Dallas Carter had 4 flags for 25 yards, whereas the Pine Tree Pirates had 3 for 15 yards.
Yeah, penalties weren't too big of a story. Coach, do you remember any real big pivotal penalties?
Really and truly, the ones that have been hampering the Dallas Carter Cowboy offense have been the false starts or the holding calls that they've gotten.
Nice pitch and catch. Pickup of 8 yards. Valentine on the reception. Excuse me, that was Wofford on the reception. So Wofford picking up a catch. He had a 49-yard touchdown reception. It was the opening touchdown of the season for the Pirates against Gilmer here a couple of weeks ago. Johnson moves back in tighter at the bottom of your screen. He has 3 touchdown receptions tonight. Croft 3 touchdowns and a pick in that first half. As they get Valentine involved. He was a name that was mentioned quite a bit in the preseason, in a name that Croft mentioned as a target he was very excited to throw to. I believe he was the only one that was mentioned by name in Croft's interview in our media day. He may have mentioned one more player, but Valentine was the notable one I remembered. And they're trying to work him the ball. He has some wheels on him. He has been on varsity for a couple of seasons. Very good football player.
Yeah, and on that play right there, Mike, that's all credit to what Boston Johnson has been able to do in this game. He basically cleared out the safety and the cornerback that was over him, and then was able to clear a lane for Ashton Valentine to catch the ball in the flat.
So they have taken a brief timeout on the field. Teams are coming back on. So this Pirate offense looked good in the first half with only the one mistake, Croft throwing the interception right before half, which led to 3 points. The Pirates were up. They had an opportunity to go down and score, not able to through the interception, and the Cowboys were able to kick a field goal with 5 seconds left in the half to make it 22-21. But Pirates on the move here early in the third quarter. Croft to Valentine on the previous play has them into Cowboy territory. Croft, handoff. No, Croft keeps it. We hadn't seen Croft run the ball too much this season.
And he looks good doing it. Wow, some wheels from the 6'5" quarterback for the Pirates. And I guarantee you nobody from Dallas Carter saw that happening as well. Good play from Croft.
We haven't seen too many keeps on the RPOs this year. Good play by Croft. That definitely opens up the offense. First down and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Cowboys. Croft handoff. That's Timmons.
Not a whole lot of rushing yards for the Pirates, but most of what has come for the Pirates on rushes has come from Timmons. And that was even with an A-gap blitzer right there in the middle of the formation. He still was able to pick up quite a big chunk of yardage against the front seven for Dallas Carter.
Coach, that front seven has not been a pushover either for Carter tonight. They've held this running game of the Pirates in check for most of the evening as Croft goes to the end zone, and he's going to throw another interception. That one caught right at the 1-yard line. So tough break for the Pirates. That's two 2 consecutive drives that have ended in an interception.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're baiting Croft to think that they're still in man right there. I think they dropped into more of a zone coverage. It'll be interesting to kind of see the replay.
Yeah, and it looks like the receiver just stops. I can't tell which receiver it was, but he cut his route. He just stopped his route.
Yeah, he did, but he was hoping that the guy they were still in man. But what happened was he was hoping that the guy would bite down on his curl route. Instead, he floated over the top to make that interception, because if he would have bit down on that on that receiver that was on the outside, it would have been either an incompletion or a completion in the corner of the end zone for, I think that was Ashton Valentine.
So 9:17 to go, third quarter. Cowboys have it at the 1-yard line after the interception. Croft, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Lacey at quarterback for the Cowboys. Handoff. That's Boozer. Came into this game with 130 yards. Coach, he's already clipped 100, right?
Yeah, and with that rush right there, he did hit the century mark.
So Boozer, running back for the Cowboys, goes over the century mark. 100 yards in this contest. Second down and 5. Carter came in averaging close to 300 yards on the ground. There's a flag on the play as Boozer slides down at the 33-yard line. So 2 plays, 32 yards. But we'll see where this flag is. Thinking maybe hands to the face. Coach, did you see what the sign?
It's holding against
It's holding.
Dallas Carter. And again, that's been the equalizer in favor of Pine Tree, has been the holding calls, the false starts. Carter just hasn't been able to play a very disciplined offensive series yet, and that has kind of given life to the Pirates. Right there, you're talking about 24, 25-yard gain, which comes all the way right back, and now you're facing second and long again.
Second down, 7. Lacey keeps. And Pirates handle that well. Coach, the run game is something that the Pirates have had some challenges with. And, you know, the Cowboys were throwing pretty heavy in the first half, but somewhere late in the second quarter, they just started to pound the rock. And that's all we've seen from them, really probably since the 5-minute mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, and it's kind of strange as well, considering that we really have had no real good answer for Boozer, and he's been able, 100 yards of offense in one half, almost in one half, says a lot about the rushing game for the Carter offense. And right here, they're motioning back out to trips to the other side. This is where they ran that tunnel screen.
And there it is on cue, Coach. Pirates need to stop him from getting to the 10-yard line. Will they do it? It's going to be right at the marker. No signal from the ref yet. It looks like he's going to be short. Good play by the Pirates. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And I can't think that Carter would go for this, but as strong as their run game has been, you've got to think that Coach Simpson is considering it.
He's going for it.
So, Spencer Gilbert does elect to go for it, and the Pirates stop him before he gets to the 10. Good stop. Big stop. That's big-time football here on homecoming in Longview.
I'm trying to see who makes first contact, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Anthony Anderson. He's the one that everybody's kind of jumping around. And that's a defensive back, and he made the play in the backfield like he was some sort of linebacker. I can't tell. I think it was Anthony Anderson or it was Dalen Montgomery.
Boston Johnson makes the hit.
Yeah, he does. He's the first one.
Boston Johnson hits him at the 10 and stops him in his momentum, in his tracks. Pirates got the ball. First down goal. Attaway. 3-yard gain. What a stop for the Cowboys. Coach, that was a call for Spencer Gilbert, in his sixth year. He started in 2020 as head coach.
Well, the last time he punted it, they really didn't have a good punt, so why not just go for it? You have less than a yard to make, so, not a bad call, but very questionable, especially with him having the lead late in the third quarter.
Man, anytime, though, 4th and 1 at your own 10-yard line.
Yeah, you must have a really good running back, a really good offensive line.
But you're exactly right. Let's say you punt it and it goes 16 yards or 15 yards, and you're saying, man, we had 1 yard to go. Then you're sitting there thinking we should have just tried it. So we're going to take a brief break. We come back. It will be 2nd down and goal, Pirates.
It all starts somewhere. For us, that's fresh produce, sourced locally, unlike those other guys. Our tortillas are made daily, right down the road, right before we stuff them full of just cooked ground beef, beans, and chicken. And unlike those other guys, we fry our own taco shells. To help you top it off, our salsa and guacamole are made in-house, fresh, just for you.
3rd down and goal. 5:50 remaining, third quarter. Pirates down by 1. Croft looking to the end zone for his receiver. Incomplete. Intended for Servia. 4th down. And we'll see Julian Ibarra and the kick team come onto the field. Ibarra made a 33-yard field goal in the opener against Gilmer. This kick looks like it will be around 23 yards. So Barr, left-footed kicker, 5:45. Third kick up. And your Pirates take the lead, 24-22. We'll take a break. We come back. More from Pirate Stadium.
Capture the world from new heights with M6 Drones and Media. We are your one-stop shop for all things media, offering top-notch aerial photography and videography services that will elevate your content to the next level. Whether it's capturing breathtaking landscapes, covering events with our expert event photography, or even live broadcasting, we've got you covered. With our state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team, your vision will come to life like never before. Let us take your storytelling to new heights.
Welcome back. The Pirates are in the lead after a Julian Ibarra 23-yard field goal kick, 24-22. Carter trying to go for it on 4th down at their own 10-yard line, and Boston Johnson stopped Boozer, the running back for the Cowboys, in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the Pirates able to take possession and kick a field goal and take the lead. Boston Johnson, onside kick for the Pirates, and they have an opportunity, and they get on top of it. Great call on the Pirates. And Wofford ends up with the ball. Everybody's looking around and say, what happened? There's a flag on the field thrown in the area of all sides.
Come on.
Watching the replay now. Let's see if there was any movement. Oh, yes. On this right side, closest to the sideline. A couple of Pirates moved a little early, got a little anxious on that onside kick. Coach Bachman called that at the perfect time. Man, oh man.
man. So it's a kind of a bang play, and man, what a call right there at the right and opportune moment from Coach Rock and Coach Bachman, going for the onside kick after a change of possession like they just had on a 4th down stop field goal, because Dallas Carter had no idea what was happening. And now a little bit farther of a kick for Julian Ibarra. He's been getting it pretty close to the end zone. You would think that with a 5-yard penalty, he's going to try to get it at least to the 10.
So Ibarra kicks it again, and this one's going to sail out of bounds. So a double negative for the Pirates. They came up with the onside kick, but were offsides. And I got to give it to Coach Bachman. That was a great timing on that call. Dallas Carter was caught completely off guard.
Yeah, Sean Payton, out of the half versus the Indianapolis Colts, kind of the same kind of feel to it. And it's a great call. Really like it, really enjoyed it. Just unfortunately didn't work out, and I think they're going to look for Julian to kick it off again. And the yards just keep adding up against them. Would be very surprised if he just doesn't try to squib kick it and make it hard for the back three of Dallas Carter to try to recover it and give his kickoff team a little bit more time to get down there.
Coach, an area of improvement for this Pirate team is just going to have to, they're just going to get a little more discipline. We always talk about size, we talk about speed, we talk about strategy, but discipline is such a big part of the game. In Pirates tonight, Croft got a little loose on a couple of passes and then an offsides right there, and this game's really a lot closer than maybe it should be. But Ibarra going to kick off for a 3rd time after 2 penalties. From the 30-yard line, Ibarra kicks this one deep, and he'll try to keep that one from going out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds. So, Coach, I don't know after that attempt if they can make him kick it again, or at some point they've got to just take it, right?
I think you're right, because they're – no.
No, they're going to kick it again. So is that a 5 or a 10-yard penalty? 5 yards, so he'll drop back to the 25 to kick this time.
So, yeah, this would be the equivalent of on the sportsmanlike flag. Oh, never mind. Dallas is just going to take it right there at the 40.
So
really nothing was gained out of it, I guess. And I guess you're right. In high school, I guess you can't make them kick it a 3rd time. So really no one's really hurt. If you squib kick or if you pooch kick it, you're giving it up to them around the same area. And then if they would have just taken the first penalty, I think they get it at the 40 anyway.
So not too bad of a break for the Pirates. From the 40-yard line, Boozer, tough run. In a 7.
Yeah. And to talk about the flag situation against both teams, really, I think Bachman's saying that the ball came out. It's not believable. So still remains Carter ball. But when you look at it, it's been the equalizer for both teams. The reason why it's a 22-24 score line right now is because of the flags. Both teams have been shooting themselves in the foot. Each time they get something going, something happens to where it gives the other team an edge.
2nd down 3. Pirates getting stingy up front. No gain on the play, 3rd down.
Yeah, David Lively and Lonnie Brown right there for the tackle. Glad to be saying David Lively's name on a tackle for no gain, which is even better. And this is a big 3rd down.
Thank you to our sponsors, Energy Well 5, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Juicy's Taco, and United Rental. 3rd down 3. Pirates trying to get another stop on 3rd down, and they will come up with one. It's going to be about a half-yard short.
I like what they're doing with Lonnie Brown. They're basically bringing him off the edge and say, look, tackle the running back no matter what. If he has the ball, if he doesn't have the ball, you're going to tackle him. We have somebody scraping over the top for the quarterback.
4th down 1. Pirates trying to get a second consecutive stop on 4th down. In the backfield, they've got Lacey hemmed up. They're not going to let him get there. Pirates for a second consecutive drive hold the Carter Cowboys on 4th down and 1. So the black flag defense doesn't allow the Cowboys to cross the 50-yard line, and Croft in the offense will get the ball back with a lead, 24-22.
Great job, kind of like what I said, Lonnie Brown coming over the top, and he had 2 linebackers on the outside just scraping over the top and just doing exactly what they've been coached to do all week, and just stay in front of the quarterback. Don't dive, don't go for his jukes, and just make a great defensive play.
1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Croft, screen pass. Valentine to the 30, 25. They'll get into the Edward Jones red zone. That was a quick gain of 30 yards. Croft to Valentine, 1st down.
And you see Jacarius Simmons and Brick Bratton coming into the game. And so right here is where you just make your identity known. Pine Tree has always been known as that very aggressive, hard-nosed, going to run it at you kind of football team. This is where you do it with the last 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter inside the red zone. This is where you make your presence known.
Croft hands off and head into the end zone, and getting in is the junior Jacarius Timmons for a PDQ America PT TD Pine Tree touchdown. Pirates up 30-22.
And that might be all she wrote. I mean, I know there's a lot of football to be played, but man, right there, you can kind of see the life get sucked out of the Dallas Carter defense. Big play after big play, and then just to have the notion to say, for an offense to say, we're going to run it right at you, and there's nothing you can do about it. He basically went untouched into the end zone.
The Bar's kick is up and good. There's a Shade Tree Minerals flag on the play, but it's offsides on the Carter Cowboys. The point after will stand. So 31-22. 3:04 to go, 3rd quarter. Pirates in the lead. Homecoming at Pirate Stadium. The Pirate faithful are fired up here at Pirate Stadium, where the Bucks just expanded their lead 31-22 after the Jacarius Timmons 20-yard touchdown run. Pirates getting 2 consecutive stops on defense. Carter went for it on 4th and 1 on 2 drives, and that has resulted in 10 points for the Pirates. 31-22, 3:04 to go, 3rd. Kicking back off to Carter. And that ball's going to bounce on the field. And coming down trying to get some action on the ball. And pressing the returner. Right there was Anthony Anderson. You got to like what you're seeing out of your Pirates right now, though.
Yeah, right there, number 1, Charles Anderson for Dallas Carter. Thought the ball was going to go out of bounds again, and he was lucky to jump right back on it before Anthony Anderson for the Pirates was able to jump on it, because really and truly that would have been all she wrote if the Pirates take over from right there. But a lot of football to be played right here. You're seeing Dallas Carter in the trips formation. They've been running the tunnel screen out of this notoriously all night.
Carter in their game against Van was down 3 touchdowns, and getting into the backfield and coming up with a sack is yours truly, Jatavian Sonia. Jatavian, nice play. Second down, 17.
That's a great job, Asanye. Really coming in, coming off the edge is what it looked like. And they really haven't had a answer for him or for Lonnie. And that's kind of been the answer and the adjustment Coach Blanco has made on this defense.
They are just teeing off right now. Boom, big hit. Head over heels. It's Boston Johnson with a big hit on the running back. Third down.
You know, Boston's not a huge guy. I mean, he has a little size to him, but man, he hits like he's about 6'3", 225 pounds. He has no fear when he gets inside that box. I mean, playing a safety, he kind of has that Roy Williams, Rodney Harrison kind of safety feel to him.
Third down and long. Pirates coming after the quarterback. And trying to get to him again, and will get to him again, is Saunier. Accompanied by Dalen Montgomery. Also looked like Lonnie Brown getting in the mix. Pirates, another stand on defense. And this coaching staff has to love what they're seeing out of their Pirates in this third quarter.
Yeah, Saunier, Lonnie, they're really coming into their own right now, being edge rushers off the edge, really saying, look, if you don't run it up the middle, then we're going to just corral you and hold you in the middle. And that's really what they're doing. It's just like a quarterback contain kind of defense that they're running against this Carter offense.
So there's the Carter punt. And it will be down at the Carter 38-yard line. So another good break for the Pirates, and they are in the driver's seat with 48 seconds to go in this third quarter. They're on this beautiful Friday evening in Longview, Texas. It's homecoming. We appreciate your support here on the Veribank Pine Tree live broadcast. We also appreciate the support of Craw Photography, Marketing with April, Longview Chamber of Commerce, East Texas Preferred Properties, Energy Weld Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Juicy's Taco, United Rental, PDQ America, Shade Tree Minerals, Texas Semi-Trailers, Forrest Williams, Edward Jones, Kilgore College, and M6 Media. Thank you for your support of Pirate football this 2025 football season. First down and 10, Pirates hand it off, pick up a gain of 4.
Yeah, and if you're the Pirates right now, you let this go to the quarter, really not in a hurry. Dallas Carter with a long trip here and what will probably be a longer trip back if they're not able to erase the deficit that they find themselves in. Pine Tree, like you said, Mike, in the driver's seat, feels really good about what they're doing. I'd be surprised if Colton puts it up in the air again. Right now, I think they're just going to lean with Timmons and Attaway and just give them a straight, steady dose of that, especially being in Carter territory right now.
And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Pine Tree Pirates 31, Dallas Carter Cowboys 22. When we come back, it'll be the start of the fourth.
.7% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
Fourth quarter at Pirate Stadium. It's homecoming. 31-22 is your score. And Pirates on the move. This drive started at the 38-yard line of the Cowboys, 2nd down and 7. Start off with a run in this 4th quarter. Coach, I think the Pirates, they need to channel their 2021, 2022 teams where they really just held the ball and focused on ball control. Those in those years, it just seemed like the Pirates could hold the ball for 7-8 minutes of a quarter. That wouldn't hurt my feelings right here.
No, definitely not. But, man, you got to give it up to the Dallas Carter defense right now. And they're committing, 7 to 8 guys every down right now, and just saying to Pine Tree, like, you're going to have to throw it. I mean, look right there. They're man across the board. It looks like they're cover 1.
3rd down and 8. Croft rolling out. Oh, and he fumbles. And that is going to be the 3rd turnover of the night for Colton Croft. As Carter gets on that, there is a Shade Tree Minerals flag. And it's going to be holding on the Pirates. That penalty will be declined. So an opportunity there for the Pirates to expand their lead. They will not be able to. They do have a 2-score lead, but it's very narrow, only 9 points. So with 11:08 to go, Carter will take over at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, definitely not what Pine Tree needed to do right there, obviously. And, man, this just it keeps going back to the discipline of this team. The flags are one thing, but turnovers are a lot of the other. I mean, you're talking about 3 turnovers per game, if I'm not mistaken, Mike.
Turnovers have been a major problem for this Pirate team, and it's like we talked about. If you have size and speed, you can overcome certain things. Certain teams have to figure out ways to win, and I've got to think the way for this Pirate team to win this year is going to have to be through one of the ways is going to be discipline. And we've seen pretty disciplined teams out of Coach Bachman in his first few years as head coach here at Pine Tree. We'll take a short break on the field, and when we come back, it will be 2nd down, Cowboys.
It all starts somewhere. For us, that's fresh produce, sourced locally, unlike those other guys. Our tortillas are made daily, right down the road, right before we stuff them full of just cooked ground beef, beans, and chicken. And unlike those other guys, we fry our own taco shells. To help you top it off, our salsa and guacamole are made.
2nd down and 8, 10:47 to go, 4th quarter. Boozer has been running hard all evening for the Cowboys. He eclipsed the century mark with his first run in the second half, so over 100 yards in this ball game. So at the 40-yard line of the Pirates, 1st down 10. Lacey looking for his receiver. He's got him. Inside the red zone down to the 15-yard line. That catch made by Dermonico Townsend. Townsend with a few big catches this evening, including an interception earlier. So at the 14-yard line, Carter not going away. Lacey has been dangerous in this part of the field. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes as well as ran for a bootleg. There is their screen pass, but the Pirates have defended it well this evening. So nothing happening there. Early 2nd down.
Yeah, good discipline on that. Kind of got away with running around the block, over the block, and just lucky enough that Lacey kind of didn't put it right on him, so it allowed the defensive back to be able to kind of still scrape through over the top and still make the tackle. Big 2nd down here.
Second down and 10, spread formation. That time they looked like they were going to do the screen pass. Boston Johnson hits the receiver out of bounds. That catch made by Townsend. First down and goal now for Carter at the 3-yard line. So the Pirates just got a little aggressive on that screen pass. And Lacey saw it, hit his receiver Townsend. Johnson, though, there to stop the touchdown. Lacey hands off. And down to the 1-yard line is Boozer. And shoot, if you're the Pirates, I mean, maybe the 1 yard is where you want them to be, because that's the toughest place where they can't gain a yard when they only need one. Pirates defense has been holding strong. It'll be second down and goal.
Yeah, Pirates have been on the field quite a bit in this half, though, so see if they can hold true right here.
Lacey up the middle, good call, but not good enough. Pirate defense holds again at the 1 yard line. Third down. Oh, Coach, I wish that would have been third down, and this was fourth. But this is third down now. 1 yard line. Pirates need to do this 2 more times. Lacey snap. Boozer. Pirates. Oh, they had him stopped in the backfield. And Boozer just bounces off the Bucks into the end zone and closes that gap 31-28. As the kick team comes onto the field, something to note is after the first touchdown of the game for the Cowboys, Pirates were able to get into the backfield and block the extra point. You can return a block extra point for 2 points. But not getting into the backfield there. That extra point is good. So 31-29. A field goal separates these teams with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back, more Pirate football.
Juicy's Taco. Fresh food fast.
(31-29) is your score after the Cowboys touchdown. Pirates are up. 8 minutes to go, fourth quarter. We could see a big return right here. So good so far. And up this left sideline. And knocked out of bounds. Was Attaway. So good return for the Pirates to start this drive after the Cowboy touchdown. So 31-29, 7:48 to go.
Yeah, and I think the Pirates did exactly what yours truly up here did. Got a little too uncomfortable thinking that Dallas Carter was just going to go away, and I think they did a little bit of the same thing last year, Mike. I think we ended up getting a 2-score lead on them late, and then they kind of mounted a late second half comeback, and it just fell short.
First down and 10 from the 28-yard line of the Cowboys. That's Timmons. He scored a touchdown on the previous drive. So, Coach, what are you thinking here? How are you coaching Croft right now? I mean, but you're running the ball, so shouldn't be passing here too much.
I think here in this next play, if you're going to pass it, do it in this next play, because if you don't get anything here, then it's a predictable third down where more than likely you're going to be passing on the third down. And you do not want this Dallas Carter defense to just pin their ears back and come after Croft, who's already turned the ball over a couple of times tonight.
So Croft, 2 interceptions and a fumble on the previous drive. Croft right there goes to his receiver and dropped. Low pass but catchable for Valentine. 3rd down 10.
Yeah, Croft just needed about maybe half a second more. He was getting pretty much hit when he released that. If he would have had half a second more, he probably would have completed that a little bit better to Ashton. Now 3rd down. Clock is stopped. I could really see Bachman going either way here. Really and truly, I'd see a rush to the left, get the ball in the middle of the field, and give Ibarra another chance to make another field goal.
You're looking at around a 44-yard kick. They did attempt a 45-yard kick against Gilmer that was blocked. But we do know that Ibarra can kick one from that far. And it's going to be a Texas Semi-Trailers timeout for the Pirates. And we'll take a timeout in the booth. When we come back, there'll be 7:10 remaining in the game.
97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
Third down 10. Croft with 2 receivers. Valentine in the slot at the bottom of your screen. Johnson at the top of your screen. He has 3 touchdown passes so far this evening. Croft's going to look for Johnson. Johnson breaks the tackle and in for number 4. The PDQ TD touchdown. Boston Johnson, 4th of the night. Pirates 37-29.
Well, you caught it at the very beginning, Mike. You said if I have one play in my pocket, it's going to be a go route to Boston Johnson. And on a crucial 3rd down and a pivotal point of the game, number 14 shows up again. And at this point, you might have a Superman logo underneath that jersey of his because he has put on quite the display for the Pirates tonight.
I'll tell you what, Boston Johnson looking good. We'll see if we're going to take a timeout on the field. So far, I don't think we are. I think we're going to stay here with you. So Ibarra on for the extra point. It's up. And it's good. 38-29. Pirates lead 9 points with 7:04 to go in the 4th. And we come back. Pirates kick it back off to the Cowboys. Don't go anywhere. It's homecoming.
At Veribank, we celebrate businesses who are made in Texas. Whether you're ready to buy, grow, or improve cash flow, we have commercial banking experts that can get you the financing you need. If you want a community partner who's customer-focused, stop by your nearest Veribank.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on. Treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today. Only at Juicy's Taco.
We're back here at Pirate Stadium. 38-29. Boston Johnson with his 4th touchdown reception of the night. Colton Croft having an evening as well. 4 touchdown passes. Pirates up 38-29, 7:04 remaining, fourth quarter. Carter looking to return. Coach, I was actually kind of hoping for another one of those onside kicks, but you got to expect Carter's thinking it now.
Yeah, definitely, and not to mention that Coach Bachman basically has the loaded dice in his pocket right now. He's playing with house money. All the cards are in his favor right now, and really and truly, the clock is his biggest enemy. We do know Dallas Carter is very privy on the big play of their offense, meaning that they can hit a big play at any point. We've kind of seen that in burst here and there, maybe not so much for a touchdown, but they have been able to gain a chunk of yardage really fast. And with 7 minutes to go, really and truly, this for the Pirate defense, really and truly what they need is a either quick 3 and out or a very long drive where Dallas Carter really doesn't have anything to go, and they get a little desperate and start taking chances that they probably shouldn't.
So there is going to be a re-kick. Not sure exactly what's going on the field, but they are going to line up for the kick again.
Yeah, the second player over here on the left side of the kickoff team got a little bit ahead of Julian Ibarra. Seems like they just can't get his timing down when he starts hitting when he goes to kick the football. And look for, see Coach Rock out there. He'll be looking at that, and they'll be working that overtime this week.
Well, the checklist of things that we've got to improve before district. There's a few things on it, but that's the good news, is it's a checklist and it's before district. So we've got some time. Ibarra kicking off here with the Pirates, 9-point lead. And that one's going to be fielded out of bounds. I wonder how they're going to call it.
He caught it.
I mean, his foot was in bounds and he was out of bounds.
He was still in.
Yeah, his left foot was still in bounds. Okay. So they're going to ask the Pirates to kick it again. Pirates loving the sidelines tonight. And it looks like Carter is going to just go ahead and bring out their offense. So really not, I mean, maybe just a few yards, 10 yards difference from where he caught the ball out of bounds. Feel like we've been spending a lot of time on these kickoffs tonight. I bet we spent a quarter's worth of time on kickoffs this evening.
Well, it is a pretty high-scoring game, so we have seen the kickoff teams quite a bit tonight.
Carter running the ball. That's Johnson in the backfield again. Gain of 3. Second down.
I'll be interested to see where Dallas Carter ends up in their district. And I'll be interested to see what accolades Boozer gets, because he is a very good running back. I mean, to gain 150 yards of offense against this defense, it's saying something. Here's the motion to trips. Let's see if they run a tunnel screen or if they try to fake off of it. Nope, just going to run it.
So run with Boozer, and Boozer loses his footing at the line of scrimmage. No gain, third down.
Exactly where you want to be if you're the Pirates. Clock is running, and Dallas Carter doesn't seem to be too much in a hurry to try to get the ball up in the air. And if I'm them, it's probably because of Sonye and Lonnie Brown that I don't want to drop back and pass.
Pirates trying not to give up a big play. And coming up with the interception is Wofford. That's his second interception of the night, third of the season. So fielded perfectly. He was a cross between a defensive back and a center fielder. And going up, really, it kind of looked like a basketball player going up for a rebound. He reached it at its highest point, and well done by Rashad Wofford. the junior defensive back. And Pirates with a 9-point lead, 5:40 to go in this ball game, take over at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, I might see if our media engineer, Larry Mahan, can turn that into ESPN. Randy Moss would probably have a field day with that clip. Wofford mossed at that guy.
Timmons running hard. Gain of 3, second down.
That has to be the play of the game. I'm sorry. I mean, I know Boston Johnson's had a pretty phenomenal night. But, man, I'm just watching the replay over and over again. What a play.
Yeah, Wofford and Johnson both having great games tonight. That's your 2 defensive backs and or 2 safeties.
And, I mean, they've been doing it on both sides of the ball, really.
Really, a lot of these Pirates going both ways this season. Timmons looking for a hole, getting a push at the end of the play. That time I pick up a 4 yards, third down 3.
There's a flag, and that's going against Dallas Carter, and that'll give the first down to the Pirates, and that'll pretty much do it if Carter doesn't try to get a stop here with a couple of uses of their timeouts. They do have all 3 of them.
So after the Shade Tree Minerals flag, first down 10 at the Cowboy 43. Pirates sitting on a 9-point lead on homecoming. Nobody's leaving either. Still a great crowd. A lot of pride here in Longview as Timmons running hard. Reminds me of Brandon Jacobs. Tough to bring down. I'll tell you who he really reminds me of is Jamar Toombs, who played at Kilgore and then went on to play at Texas A&M. Tough running back. I don't know if anybody remembers that name.
Yeah,
but Timmons running very much like him.
Yeah, I was really hoping you'd figure out somebody other than a New York Giant. Reasons obvious.
How about Corey Dillon? There you go, Coach. 3:55 to go in the game. That looked like Attaway. Attaway has been the primary running back used in the first 2 games. We're seeing more Timmons tonight. But as mentioned, a lot of these Pirates going both ways on the field, offense and defense, including Attaway. And a lot of these names we're seeing on both ends, and you got to imagine by the fourth quarter of these games, these guys get tired. So it's nice to see some new faces and hear new names coming into the game as Crawford takes the play from Bachman. It'll be second down and 10. Letting the good times roll, 3:15 to go. There will be a stop at the 2-minute mark for a 2-minute timeout. Croft, handoff. It's Attaway. No gain, third down.
The linebackers for Dallas Carter have quietly had a really good game. I mean, Timmons has had a pretty decent night, but for the most part, they really have been keeping the rushing attack of the Pirates to a minimum. I'd like to really see the stats at the end of the game of how many rushes that they have.
Dallas Carter's going to take a timeout with 2:42 to go in the game. So Texas Semi-Trailers timeout number 1 for the Cowboys of this second half. And I do have to ask, I'm curious, why there? Spencer Gilbert took his timeout with 2:42 to go. If he takes that timeout at the end of the play with 2:54 to go, he makes the Pirates have to snap it again before the 2-minute warning. But right there, the Pirates now only have to run one more play in and they can run it down to the 2-minute warning. So just a few seconds different right there is a difference between a whole extra play ran before the 2-minute warning. They were talking I was listening to a show this week, Coach, and they were talking about the rules of football, and they say you just need to bring somebody in that's good at Madden because those kids know time. They know how to manage time brilliantly whenever they play Madden. It's like sometimes the coaches don't exactly know when's the best time to call a timeout. Look at this, Croft had the free play. Carter was offsides. So Croft connected with Boston Johnson on one of those earlier. That was touchdown pass number 3.
Yeah, and right here, I mean, pick up the first down and it's pretty much over. The body language of Dallas Carter is just not very good. More than 80% of their team are sitting on the benches. Very few of them are up actually watching the game behind their coaches. So all the credit due to Pine Tree for just establishing their identity in this offensive and defensive game. Really and truly, they've done really well on both sides of the ball.
And offsides again right there. And Croft going to read it again, and he'll throw a interception. But it's going to be coming back.
Yeah, I would really like to see Colton go somewhere else. I mean, he's gone to that well too many times. And they're going to say that was against the Pirates. So that's an INT. And luckily, I don't think the Dallas Carter defensive back knew that either. So he intercepted it and stepped out at the 1.
Okay, so, Coach, what do we have there? Was it
they're going to say that the
formation?
I really don't know because it can't be false start. It has to be formation. If there was a false start, they would have blown it dead right there, and then the play wouldn't count anyways.
And they're bringing Carter out to the 25-yard line. No, they're not. Okay, now they're going to take him back to the 1. I was like, man, what are they doing? Here we go. So Carter after the interception. That's INT number 3 for Croft tonight. 4 turnovers for the quarterback, 3 interceptions and a fumble. So some things to clean up for the junior. But when he is good, he is good. 4 touchdown passes to offset those turnovers. Boston Johnson and Rashad Wofford both have had an exceptional evening tonight carrying the Pirates. 38-29, 2:30 to go. Carter football. And another Shade Tree Minerals flag on the field. Somebody tell these refs that laundry's for Sunday. That's enough of it on the field.
Yeah, it really has elongated the last 5 minutes of this game.
Lacey under pressure in the end zone. Brings it out to the 6-yard line. And that will run the clock. It'll probably get us closer to the 2-minute warning. We'll see if they try to snap it again.
It's a great play by Dalen Montgomery.
So no, they will not get another playoff for the 2-minute warning. Well, 2-minute timeout technically. So 2-minute timeout. New to high school football in 2025. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it'll be Carter football with 2 minutes to go.
It all starts somewhere. For us, that's fresh produce, sourced locally, unlike those other guys. Our tortillas are made daily, right down the road, right before we stuff them full of just cooked ground beef, beans, and chicken. And unlike those other guys, we fry our own taco shells. To help you top it off, our salsa and guacamole are made in-house, fresh, just for you. Not something you've come to expect from those other guys. So take it from a family that knows quality. Let us do the cooking, so you can spend your time with these other guys.
And we're back on the field, and he's going to take it in for a PDQ America PT TD Pine Tree touchdown. I think that's Rashad Wofford. On it,
and it is.
Third pick of the night. And taking that one in for 6, house call. Have a night, young man. Rashad Wofford, interception.
And what looks to be the first win for the Pine Tree Pirates this season, man, it is going to be a difficult task to pick the player of the game. In one instance, you have Boston Johnson, but, man, Rashad Wofford he's played a heck of a game as well.
Carter offsides again. And that time, Boston Johnson just says, I'll take it in for 2.
Heads-up play by him and Julian Ibarra. Julian just laid off of it. Boston just got up and just scampered all into the end zone for 2 points and completely blown this game wide open. And they're just saying, run the clock, get Dallas Carter back on the road because they have a long drive ahead of them.
So the Pirates take the lead 46-29. After the Rashad Wofford interception house call, pick 6. Bucks looking good on the defensive side of the ball. 46-29 is your score. 1:28 to go in this football game. Thank you for sticking around on this homecoming evening here in Longview, Texas at Pirate Stadium. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Vera Bank, Croft Photography, Marketing with April, Longview Chamber of Commerce, East Texas Preferred Properties, Energy Well Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Juicy's Taco, United Rental, PDQ America, Shade Tree Minerals, Texas Semi-Trailers, Forrest Williams, Edward Jones, Kilgore College, and M6 Media. And also thank you, Pirate Nation, for your support of Pirate Athletics and the Pine Tree Live broadcast team. This is Michael Clements Jr. and Coach Angel Rocha, bringing you Pirate football all season long. Ibarra with the kickoff. No drama this time, hopefully. It didn't go out of bounds. No penalties. And a tackle. So good job, Pirates. Trying to close this one out. 46-29, 1:22 to go.
It'll be interesting to see what Carter does on this possession. 122, game's really out of reach. I wouldn't be surprised to see 3 straight runs and just to get this game over with. The game has pretty much been over since the Pirates were able to reestablish the lead again and just have taken off with it.
The Cowboys have been outscored by the Pirates 24-6 in this second half. A late sign of life. I'll tell you what, Coach, I do wish we could just take Boozer and put him on our team for the rest of the season. He'd fit in well with this hard-nosed group of Pirates. Boozer is a tough running back. I've enjoyed watching him run tonight.
Boozer has been good. Timmons hasn't been too far off of that either. He has had a pretty good night. And Attaway just with a kind of a quiet night for him. It'll be interesting to see him bounce back next week against Hallsville.
He did have the nice kick return, though, Coach. Put us in scoring position. So Attaway getting it done on special teams. .35 seconds to go in this ball game. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have the Call Photography post-game report. And wrap up as the Pirates get ready to go to Hallsville next week, take on the Bobcats. And, Coach, the way that one was lofted over to the right side, I thought there may be another pick.
Yeah, if I was Lacey, I wouldn't be throwing it to number 15 side anymore. He's tried to teach you a lesson 3 times. If you haven't learned it by now, shame on you.
Pirate Nation, we do appreciate your support this evening. And As mentioned in the first quarter, that constant hum you hear is fans all around us. We've had no air conditioner in the booth this evening, but it's okay. We've had good football from the Pirates on this beautiful homecoming evening. Austin Johnson trying to wrap up and get a tackle. Look at Boozer run. Finally getting him on the ground is Anthony Anderson. 10 seconds to go in the ball game. We'll see if they try to snap it again. No, they won't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your Pirates are going to take one from the Dallas Carter Cowboys, 46-29 on homecoming at Pirate Stadium. The Bucks improved to 1-2 on the season. The Cowboys will go to 0-3 with a long drive back to Dallas. So Pirates back to their winning ways here on homecoming. Welcome to the Croft Photography post-game show. After the Pirates win 46-29, Rashad Wofford, 3 interceptions, including a pick 6, and Boston Johnson, 4 touchdown receptions this evening. Good luck, Coach, picking your player of the game. I have a feeling it may be players of the game.
Hey, I definitely don't like copping out. Definitely love being able to just pick one player. You know, there's not, multiple MVPs. There's only one MVP, so on and so forth in whatever league or game that you're looking at. But, man, I can't choose, and I don't think I will. I think, you definitely have to be able to acknowledge Rashad Wofford and Boston Johnson tonight. Truly an epic night. I would be hard-pressed and hard to believe that anybody else has had a 4-touchdown performance. And we've had some pretty good wide receivers come through here, and like I said, it'd be interesting to see if we've had somebody else do it, and if we haven't, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, 4 touchdowns, that's a lot, but I don't think we've seen anybody with 3 interceptions either. I mean, if anybody comes to mind, it'd be Khalil Deckard, and I think he only had 2 last season. So you definitely had to give both player of the games to both of them, and a well-played game, and it really proved to be the difference in the scoreline tonight.
That is the difference in the score tonight. But Coach, let's go ahead and let's get the ugly stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and get the ugly stuff out of the way. So we still have one more week. Next week we're going to Hallsville to play the Bobcats, and then you've got Kilgore right there on the edge. So you've got district in 2 weeks. You've got Hallsville next week. We've got some stuff we've got to clean up on the offensive side of the ball.
Definitely. I mean, it's a good feeling to get your first win. That monkey's off your back now, and you get a little confidence going about you, a little pep in your step now, and then you go play Hallsville next week, and so hopefully you can string a couple of wins together before you face, what will be preemptively probably the favorite to win district, if I remember what I read in Dave Campbell's magazine, and that's just filibuster stuff for these Pirates. Coach Bachman is definitely going to be able to use that to his advantage when you're talking about all of this. But yes, there's a lot of stuff to fix, and going back to the keys to the game, I said we had to win the turnover battle, and I think I've said that 2 weeks in a row, and 2 weeks in a row the Pirates still haven't been able to do that. I think if I'm looking and reading this right, it's -2 on the turnover battle. The interceptions and the fumble by Croft, even with Wofford having 3 interceptions himself, we still lost the turnover battle by -2, and that's a cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a Pirate offense and defense. Offensively, they need as many chances that they can get. You definitely want to be able to have the ball more times and try to get points on the board. And when you put your defense in a position where they're on the field a lot of the night, or you put them in a bind where they're having a short field to go down and score, I mean, great win, but man, the 29 points, I wonder what that would be without the turnovers.
I think that's a good point. It also showcases how well the defense played tonight. Two big second half fourth down stands on 4th and 1. One of those drives actually was second down and 1, and they stopped him 3 consecutive plays. So the Pirate defense really came to play football tonight. I think that's the showing that we all wanted to see from this Pirate defense. They've been known for their gritty defense the last few years. We've been waiting to see that. Last week at Van and against Gilmer, it was a little tough. Both teams put up 35 points on the Pirates. But tonight, scaling it back a little bit, back to 29, but really some critical turnovers. And, Coach, I will say, I think I saw earlier, Kilgore was up 49-0 on Gilmer. So that is definitely going to be a game. So let me ask you this, Coach. How do you keep this team next week in Hallsville from looking ahead to Kilgore in starting district?
Well, anytime you have Hallsville in anything, Hallsville and Pine Tree in anything, that is definitely a rivalry game. I think I mentioned it when we played Gilmer that it had kind of turned into a rivalry because, we've had, some back and forth with them and stuff. Hallsville and Pine Tree is the rivalry. It is something that you're definitely not going to have to put too much force or effort into these guys taking that game seriously because they're going to want that game. They used to be in the district with us, and now they're not, and it's just a game that we all look forward to. No matter the sport, and so to say the least, you're not going to have to worry about them not being focused for Hallsville. Hallsville brings it out. Of course, we're going to see some familiar faces with Coach Hampton and Coach Strust over there, and so that's going to be, another storyline in it. So definitely nothing, you're not going to have to try too hard to keep their focus on the game. And very excited, very proud of this Pine Tree team. I think the other key to the game was establish the new PT football. And really and truly, let's be done talking about the 10-2 season last year. Let's be done talking about Seth McFarland. Let's be done talking about MJ Cates, and Jordan Taylor and Lamarian Hunter and those guys that, man, they gave Pine Tree a reason to believe in Pine Tree football last year, but they're not here anymore. And so to establish a new Pine Tree football, I think you saw a little bit of it tonight. The fourth down stops that the defense was able to come up with, turnover on downs doesn't go on the turnover ratios, but it's still a turnover for us. So, when I say we lost the turnover battle, you don't count the turnover on downs. And I think that there was 2 really big ones that the Pirate defense had, and that's been a staple of this Pine Tree team for the last few years. And it's good to see that even with, a new DC and a new outlook and new players and whatnot, it's still very much the black flag defense, take no prisoner defense that Coach Blanco has been wanting to bring this year and this season to the Pirates, and I think he's been able to do that. And so, all in all, there's a lot to work on, but luckily there's a lot of football to be played. It's crazy to think that we're already 3 games into the season. We only got 7 more guaranteed.
I know, right? It is crazy. The high school football season just goes so fast. I can't believe we're only 2 weeks away from it being halfway complete. Well, the regular season anyway, but district only 2 weeks away. So, Coach, we kind of talked about some of the negatives. We've mixed in some positive, but there's some really good things, though, happening with this team. We picked on Croft a little bit with the interception to the fumble, but also he had some great heads-up plays through 4 touchdown passes tonight. He's growing in some ways. He was able to get Carter off sides a number of times tonight and then turn those into big plays. So Croft is really coming into his own. We saw the same thing with MJ Cates in his first few starts. It takes a little bit. I think, Croft looked so good in his play against Bridge City last year that, this is a new team. It's a lot of new guys, new faces. He had a lot of experience around him in that Bridge City game last year. And so I think this team is really starting to find its own. They're making the mistakes that, it's tough, but hey, if you're going to make these mistakes, make them now. Let's not make them in week 9 and 10.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully that's just something that they keep learning and keep focusing on. Really and truly, you won 46-29. Imagine how you win without the turnovers, without the penalties that, gave Dallas Carter new life and let them go. The missed tackles that we didn't get, with Boozer running, pretty well tonight. I mean, you're talking about, probably a 150-yard rusher tonight. How good or how big of a win do you get if, you clean all that stuff up? And luckily, kind of like Coach Bachman always says, it's not about these wins, it's about the ones later on down the road. And I think he's pretty much gotten his team in a position to where they think like that as well. And as long as they keep thinking like that and they keep making the improvements, then come district, yeah, we are in the district of doom, and we're pretty much going to have to play pretty close to perfect to give ourselves a chance against some really good teams. But, I've said it once, and you've said it a million times. I mean, never count the Pirates out.
That's right. Coach, as we wrap up the Craw Photography post-game show, what's your final thoughts on the game tonight?
Man, I feel like I feel like I say it all the time, but man, I definitely got to give it up to the coaches, especially all the new ones we have on staff this year. Finally getting their first win as a PT coaching staff member. Not only them, but the guys that have stepped up into the new roles this year, getting their first win, and now that's off the table. Now you can just look to just keep building on it. So definitely I want to give a shout out to those guys. They work hard week in, week out. And so do these guys. I mean, you're talking about, this week has been one of the hottest weeks, in the last, few weeks. And these guys poured out all they can week in, week out. And, man, very happy, very glad that they got the win. And the only thing better than one win is 2 wins. And we would definitely like to get that against Hallsville next week.
Well, Coach, we're going to be on our way. 46-29 is your final score tonight here in Longview. It was homecoming at Pirate Stadium. It was a beautiful crowd, a lot of beautiful people in the stands tonight. And we want to go ahead and thank you, Pirate Nation, for your support of Pine Tree Athletics, and thank you to the faculty and staff, including Superintendent Steve Cluxton, High School Principal Beeper Krause, Head Football Coach Jason Bachman, and Athletic Director Jacob Holter. Also, thank you to our 2025 sponsors, including our post-game and broadcast sponsor, Vera Bank, and the Pine Tree Live broadcast team of color commentator Coach Angel Rocha, our cinematographers Calvin and Roger, and our engineer Larry Mahan with M6 Media. We look forward to seeing you again next Friday when the Pirates are going to be heading over to Hallsville to take on the Bobcats. We'll be there and we'll be ready. 7:15 pregame show. This is Michael Clements Jr. signing off from Pirate Stadium. It was homecoming. It was a great night. Ahoy, good night, and have a great weekend.